Even if they were complete scumbags, these are some nasty ways to go. I'm Ashley with WatchMojo, and these are the top 10 gruesome anime villain deaths. For this list, we're taking a look at the anime villains who died in particularly horrendous ways. The more morbid, the better. And once you're done with this video, why not head over to my Twitter at AshJBo and let me know which villain you think deserved their death the most. Number 10, Kazumitsu Tendo, Black Bullet. Revenge is a dish best served bloody. After it's revealed that the one who caused a string of recent disasters surrounding the Gastria was none other than her own brother, Kisara decides to put an end to his political career in typical Tendo clan fashion. Her condition may prevent her from fighting for long periods of time, but she only needed a second to unleash a sword swing that was so precise that it managed to slice her bro's head open with rather explosive results. The icing on the cake obviously being the delayed reaction. Wonder what was running through this guy's head before he realized it was about to split open. Number 9, Iok Kujan, Mobile Suit Gundam, Iron-Blooded Orphans. There may have been other members of Gjallarhorn who were more deserving of receiving a crushing death, but there's no denying watching this melodramatic and somewhat pathetic noble get his comeuppance was wholly gratifying.
Just what do you think you're doing, Master Iok? You can't fight with that injury! The morale of our troops is falling fast! I have no choice but to go in and lead by example!
Turns out his own paper-thin attempt to avenge his troops ended up landing him right at death's door, when a wounded Akihiro decided to get his own revenge for all those Tekkadan had lost.
It was you!
The fact he got to crush the dude inside his own mobile suit until he was nothing more than a stain was especially satisfying.
If you live long enough, I guess good things really do happen. I never thought I'd get to crush you with my own hands.
Number 8, Gusung Choe, Psychopass. He may have been Makishima's right-hand man, but it appears that wasn't enough to entitle this guy to an epic death like his boss. Instead, he once again served as a reminder of just how devastating the power of a dominator can be.
Just making this public will lead to the downfall of our society, and then the riots will really begin. No one will be able to stop them.
The target's threat judgment has been reappraised.
His ideals regarding the destruction of the Sybil system may have been absolute, and he was certainly no slouch on the draw, but none of that did him much good when his head ended up exploding in a visceral display of gore. You know what? It pays to be an enforcer.
Just my luck, huh? This sucks.
Number 7, Junko Enoshima, Dangan Ronpa the animation. Guess it only makes sense that someone who spent so much time setting up elaborate killing games would save the craziest execution for herself.
Wait, you're actually happy you lost?
What'd you expect? Let's move on to punishment, Kay?
After being exposed to having her precious despair fail in the face of her victim's combined hope, Junko decides now would be a great time to jump on the crazy train and end her own life via the ultimate execution. Battered by baseballs, burned at the stake, launched into space, and ultimately crushed, it may be more style than substance, but no one can deny Junko's end was one nobody is liable to forget. Number 6, Clementine Overlord. A mercenary with a nasty habit of collecting the medals of her slain victims, often in the most brutal of ways imaginable, it was only a matter of time before this femme fatale messed with the wrong adventurer. As it happened, she fell straight into the grasp of Einzel Gon. As payback for slaughtering his temporary companions, Bone Daddy decides the most suitable way for her to leap off the mortal coil would be to get slowly crushed to death via a rather beastly embrace. It might sound like Albedo's wet dream, but it turns out to be beyond Clementine's most painful nightmares. Number 5. Zorin Blitz, Hellsing Ultimate. By no means the traditional way of killing a vampire, but we can't deny its effectiveness.
You will pay. You're going to pay. You'll pay!
Following the death of her romantic interest at the hands of the mind-bending Nazi, Ceres finally fulfills her dark destiny and consumes blood, transforming into a complete vampire in the process. Now strong enough to lay the smackdown on the Millennium Officer, the young Draculina ushered in her new unlife by dragging Zorin's face across a wall at such a speed, it's shredded into bloody chunks.
How does it feel having someone with your hands? How does it feel, you bitch?
Alucard would be proud. Number 4. Teru Mikami, Death Note. A fierce devotee of Kira, Mikami proved to be Light's most useful tool during his conquest, having him use the Death Note to take care of any obstacles or pawns no longer useful to the new god's cause. He may have been a loyal subordinate, but that worldview was shattered when he found his savior was nothing more than a mortal man with delusions of grandeur.
Write down their names! Write them down! Kill them now!
Needless to say, he did not take it well, choosing to stab himself instead. Live by the pen, die by the pen.
Quick! Stop the bleeding!
It's already too late. You'll be dead in a few seconds.
Number 3. Ghiaccio, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind. Forever volatile and well-skilled in ice skating, this frosty member of the Hitman team might have ended up suffering the most painful end out of the lot of them. While his White Album looked to have put both Giorno and Mista in a deep freeze, he found himself in the dire position of getting a face full of Gold Experience's fancy footwork, which served to jam his head onto a spike until his armor had been totally flooded with blood. Ironic that it took dying to get this stand user to finally chill out. Number 2, Peto, Hunter x Hunter. Royal Guard, Chimera Ant, Kite Killer. This was one bad kitty. Thankfully, it's nothing a little Nen-powered fist to the cranium can't solve. Fueled by rage after discovering that there's no way for his friend to be brought back, Gon goes full on alpha, his body transforming into that of an adult with enough strength to even outdo a demon like Pitou. While a single punch is enough to incapacitate him, Gon made doubly sure to waste all of the cat's 9 lives, dropping enough Jajanken until the ant's head was reduced to a blue mulch. Not quite at the end yet, almost there though. Just be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Alright, back to business. Number 1, Biscas T. Balmus, The Rising of the Shield Hero. While not garnering as much hate as a certain lying princess, the leader of the Three Heroes Church was still a scumbag with an ego larger than his congregation.
神への反逆、その大罪、浄化では生ぬるい。
Armed with a false holy weapon, the Pope's divine magic nearly spelled doom for the Cardinal heroes. He may have been convinced his faith was strong enough to best the so-called Devil of the Shield, but that was proven to be just another part of his hubris when Naofumi unloaded a blood sacrifice on him. It's gonna take a lot more than a prayer to come back from that. So, which of these deaths did you find the nastiest? Let us know in the comments below, maybe check out this other video, and subscribe to WatchMojo.